Welcome back, team. It is absolutely fantastic to have you with us today for this explainer. Before we jump right in, for those of you who are new to our community, we anchor our methods on TRIZ, which stands for the Theory of Inventive Problem Solving. It's the global standard for systematically engineering breakthroughs. As your innovation catalysts, we're here to help you bridge that massive gap between a wild idea and practical, flawless execution. And guiding our framework today is our lead expert, the Idea Mechanics Navigator. You'll see him right there on screen with his signature red shirt, glasses, and silver-accented hair, ready to break down the architecture of today's topic. Today, we're mastering an absolute game-changer, TRIZ Principle 28, the architecture of mechanics substitution. If you're ready to stop relying on luck and start mastering systematic discovery, hit that subscribe button to join the Idea Mechanics team. And don't forget to ring the notification bell so you're the first to see our next innovation breakdown. We want to build this culture with you. Drop a comment below and tell us which TRIZ principle or tech challenge we should tackle next. Okay, let's dive into this. Take a look at what the navigator is pulling up on those digital screens. This is the foundation of literally everything we do, systematic discovery. Innovation really isn't some random eureka moment that just magically strikes you out of nowhere. It's a repeatable architectural discipline. Our goal here is to completely eliminate reactive trial and error problem solving. So if you're an engineer or a software architect tuning in, you don't need to guess your way to a breakthrough. You can engineer it systematically, right? Section 1. The mechanical friction trap. Escaping the old way. And this brilliantly illustrates the core conflict we're facing. The old way is, well, it's incredibly reactive. It's this mindset where we just kind of accept that physical parts are inevitably going to wear out, degrade, and create friction over time. We build a part, we wait for it to break, and then we just try to build a slightly stronger version of that exact same doomed part. But the TRIZ way? That's proactive engineering. It asks a much better question. Why accept friction at all? Instead of building a better physical gear or tougher lock, we utilize frictionless, invisible digital fields. We bypass the physical limitation entirely. It's a total paradigm shift. Listen closely, team, because this is exactly where projects fail. Look at where the navigator is pointing right now. When we rely on mechanical dependencies, we are inviting severe limitations straight into our designs. We're talking about inevitable wear and tear, constant friction, heavy physical inertia that dramatically slows down your system's response times, and highly vulnerable physical security that can be easily bypassed by someone with the right tools. Basically, as long as you have physical parts rubbing together, you've got a ticking clock until failure. Section 2. Principle 28. Mechanics substitution. So the crucial point is this. Mechanics substitution is the systematic replacement of vulnerable mechanical elements with optical, acoustic, or electronic alternatives. We are completely abandoning mechanics here. We're trading physical hardware for invisible digital fields. By making this deliberate architectural shift, we instantly overcome those physical limits we just talked about. I mean, think about it. No physical parts, no physical wear and tear. It really is that straightforward. To really ground this abstract TRIZ theory into practical, everyday execution, let's look at one of the most brilliant architectural shifts in modern history, the invisible key. We're going to examine exactly how the automotive industry escaped the trap of physical car keys by substituting them with a frictionless radio architecture. Let's move to and see how this builds. Step 1. For decades, we had the traditional mechanical metal key. You fumbled with it, inserted it into a mechanical ignition switch, and turned it. Naturally, it wore out over time, and thieves could easily copy it. Then, step 2, the introduction of the radio transmitter fob. This is where we started to shift away from relying solely on the metal key, bringing in digital communication just to unlock the doors. And finally, step 3, the ultimate substitution. The completely frictionless push-button start with rolling code encryption. The physical mechanics were entirely phased out of the starting sequence. Gone. Now, as a navigator is highlighting on this data table, the numbers perfectly prove why this shift was absolutely necessary. On the left, you've got mechanical locks, high wear, high maintenance, and let's be honest, easily copied by anyone with a piece of scrap metal. But on the right, encrypted radio signals, near zero maintenance, and secured by rolling code encryption that literally changes every single time you use it. Replacing those mechanical keys with electronic key fobs didn't just add a tiny bit of convenience, it massively enhanced both the durability and the vehicle's security in one systematic move. For the innovators, the automotive designers, and the software architects tuning in right now, these are your massive gains. When you utilize this systematic shift, you achieve near zero maintenance requirements. You get vastly faster system response times, mostly because you aren't waiting for heavy physical parts to physically move or connect. You deliver ultimate user convenience. I mean, the car literally just opens when you walk up to it. And on top of all that, you build a frictionless security architecture that is exponentially harder to breach. Section 3, the architecture of innovation, a deliberate shift. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it cements our entire goal for today. True hardware and security innovation is a repeatable architectural skill. It is not a fluke, guys. By aggressively applying Principle 28, we empower our teams to stop accepting physical degradation as some necessary evil. We systematically ditch mechanics for contactless radio signals and encrypted digital fields. We're turning the abstract idea of perfect durability into a practical, repeatable reality. So, I want to leave you with this challenge, right as our navigator looks out from his high-tech workspace there. Look at your own projects. Look at the physical bottlenecks and those security vulnerabilities that are slowing your team down. How can you systematically replace physical friction with electronic fields in your industry today? What mechanical dependencies can you completely eliminate tomorrow? Think about it, apply it, and let's keep building this incredible culture of innovation together.